Siti,
Yes, please.
remind us today's proverb.
Yes. Asifuye mvua.
That word, you're really going slowly on that. Why? What's your fear?
Because my tongue keeps sliding.
What's Sufia?
See, basi. Next time you're going to hear Sufria. I said asifuye. Because you see, my mind is grappling with kusifu. And then is trying to add asifuye.
Oh, you think it's sifunye?
Asifuye mvua. Yeah, the hesitation and the pausing and the exclamation marks as I speak are because my mind is sorting it out.
Trying to sort it out.
Yes, so I'm pronouncing it slowly so that I don't slip. Okay?
Of course.
Asifuye mvua. See, I'm doing it again.
Well done.
Okay? Imemnyea.
Asifuye mvua.
Imemnyea.
It's a nice one. It's a straightforward one.
Absolutely straightforward.
Gotten good interpretations so far.
Actually, the interpretations have been wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
They've been wonderful. Spot on.
How do you interpret what's happening in Meru County?
No.
Yesterday, members of the county assembly once again voted to impeach their governor.
And it was not a question of are you? No, 59 MCAs voted, and they all voted
out of 69.
Those who were saying no did not come.
The no people did not come.
So
let's assume that they
basically
were no.
did not say no.
They did not say no.
Yes.
Because in your absence, we cannot then determine what it is that you were going to
Yes.
say. Right? Now, she has been impeached for the second time in 10 months. I mean, for goodness sake. After all, 59 ward reps present supported a motion tabled by the majority leader, Evans Mawira. However, 10 MCAs who opposed the impeachment process were not present at the assembly. So it's possible that they too would have voted yes. If not, they did not have to go to the dentist or they didn't have a meeting, things like that. Now, Speaker Ayo Bundi allowed debate on the motion to proceed after affirming that 64 out of 69 MCAs had appended their signatures, hence meeting the threshold needed for the tabling of such proceedings. So we know that there are a further 5 of them who had appended their signature. They just were not present. So either way, this thing was flying. An attempt by the governor's lawyers to stop the debate on various technicalities was ignored. We heard Dan Stoudemire saying, actually, the name on this document says Bishop. So it is not. We are not even talking about who is Bishop Mwangaza. This is the governor.
My client
is
not
Kawira Mwangaza, not Bishop Mwangaza. So we are not even talking about the same person. Technicality. They were listening to and they said, "Beg, stop it."
Murume kajini, wacha to discuss. Tutapita.
So that didn't happen, and they were told, "Thank you very much. Just come and go and be sitting down." Governor Mwangaza was first impeached by the county assembly in December last year, as we were going for Christmas. Remember that thing? We need to go for Christmas. We need to come back and sit and listen. Impeached. She went to the Senate, impeached. Went to the Senate. Senate said, "Pana. No, really. Guys, come on. It's not necessary. Please. Just let her go back and do her work."
Okay.
Members of the county assembly said, "Okay, no problem. We can continue working. Happy New Year, everybody. We've come back." No sooner than they now said, "Shebi, people see what we've been telling you all this time. She's still hiring her brothers and sisters. She's still sending her cousins to go to the bank to remove money. She's misappropriating, mismanagement, abuse of office, anything plus the kitchen sink they threw at her." And they said, impeachment is what? Impeachment is coming. And true to their word, yesterday, they went and they voted and they said,
impeachment.
Thank you very much. She's accused of misappropriation and misuse of county resources, nepotism and unethical acts, vilification and demeaning of other leaders, illegal appointments and usurpation of statutory powers. I told you, plus the kitchen sink. Other accusations are contempt of court, illegal naming of a public road after her husband, and contempt of the assembly. Now, Mr. Mawira, who was the mover of this impeachment motion, said the grounds against the governor were gross and well substantiated. You remember when we were going to the Supreme Court and we had lorries of documents? This one, they also said our evidence is immovable. We have it. I'm telling you, We have everything to show that this woman actually did like that. And so when they said vote everybody's hand, even before they said, can you say aye? Everybody did like this. And they had no choice
Move
but
the
to what?
question. Move the question.
Please.
Please. So,
Out. Naja.
she was represented in the assembly by several lawyers led by Danstan Omari and Mr. Elias Mutuma. They dismissed the motion as defective and insufficient. So all this threshold that you people said you've met, the lawyer said.
What else did you expect them to say?
But of course.
Did you expect them to agree with?
You see, after the first impeachment and the whole debacle in the Senate and the Senate voting to retain her, there was then concerted effort by other leaders from this region to bring peace to Meru County. Remember, the Deputy Speaker of the Senate is the Senator for Meru County. The Minister for Agriculture is from Meru County. And other leaders from Meru County. Okay? The Deputy President has been very keen on, wanting to be the Baba of Mount Kenya. So, Deputy President chaired several meetings, listened to MCAs, listened to elected MPs and Senator. They listened to the governor herself and then said, people, let's move forward. Please, let's work in peace. But MCAs went back. After kidogo, they came back with the same issues. Now, other politicians have joined that fray. Other politicians like Mburu Apuri, Medeka Linturi and others coming in. Mburu Apuri actually just coming expressly to say, Kawira mustn't go. And that's it. Gets to a point where now even the Deputy President was like, okay, kama ni hivyo, hii tumeachia Mungu.
Ni yenu na Mungu.
Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, the man who spearheaded, tried to spearhead peace in Meru County, basically said, let the margin of Besheni. Washed his hands and said, Sasa, I Rigathi Pontius, Joffrey. He let the people decide.
The people have decided, though. But this thing is it really a witch hunt? Did they decide from the very beginning that this woman would not be the governor of this county?
Are there other external forces?
Absolutely. So now you want to ask yourself the question, were these accusations that have been leveled against her actually meeting the threshold for this impeachment? Were they personal issues, or would you actually look through the county operations and activities, and in terms of these allegations made against her, would you actually find that they would hold water? Or was it folks who just say, you know what, this chick rubbed me the wrong way from the get-go and I'm not playing this game?
By the way,
I don't want.
We do have inside information. We do. And it was presented here in the studio.
By Okio Mtata of Meru.
Yes, Selassie told us with clarity.
Yes.
That yes, because we asked the question, what happens if the Senate doesn't agree with it? It's okay. It's okay. If they don't agree with us, there is a requisite period of time that we must wait before we bring the motion again. We will wait. And then we will bring it again. And what if? Said we will keep bringing it, yes, so that we don't continue debating this thing.
We will make it our life's mission.
Yes.
To keep, in fact, you wake up in the morning. So, in fact, Linda is asking here, do these people in Meru, when do they work? Because it seems as though all they're doing is looking for. She woke up today in the morning. It's like there's somebody calling, excuse me, Leo, but we are writing it down. On one side, it would look like that. On the other side, it would then look as though, actually, you know what? She's the governor. So she can do what she damn well pleases. If she wants to appoint a husband, as CT would ask,
what's the problem?
She wants to make her cousin the one who goes to the bank to withdraw money for the county.
Where's the problem?
Is the cousin not a citizen of Meru?
Yes. Sure.
Are we not doing the work?
Is she not a citizen of Meru?
I can even arrest myself and enter into the police Land Rover.
Sure. But you know, there's something here that has remarkable similarities with a different county. She has a deputy. This deputy governor, there were issues. He's not just a lame duck deputy. He just comes to work.
He was even transferred. Wafanya hivi.
Go and nestle there And while you're there, perhaps you can look for something useful to do. Okay, perhaps. Kericho County had a similar problem. Governor Eric Mutai and his deputy, Fred Kirui, had similar issues. Simple. Fred Kirui said, we had agreed.
Pre-election.
Yeah, we had agreed that we'd be sharing this thing. We get this thing. This guy takes everything. And I am now irrelevant. This one, the president himself had to intervene, by the way, on this matter.
And sent Rigi.
And told him, guys, so this one at least, the governor of Kericho seemed to be making moves. He's given somebody who's in charge of serious things like sanitary.
He has reorganized his cabinet to accommodate the deputy.
Yes.
There's some,
it's token.
Some semblance of at least some.
It's token.
Let's see what Kirui says.
When I say it's token, when they say they were going to share 50-50 in appointments, this is not what I read here. This is not 50-50. But at least there's some attempt.
Indeed.
Now, let's go back to Meru. Okay?
In terms of the allegations that have been leveled against her, that have been made, can we hold this up? Can we put this vis-a-vis the work that we say should or should not have been done?
What are these allegations?
All of these things now. Okay, let me remind you. I will do it one by one.
Yes.
One by one, beginning
explanation.
From the beginning.
What are the charges against?
Coco, misappropriation and misuse of county resources. Now, you can decide that a county resource is money. You can decide that a county resource is offices. You can decide that a county resource is humans, that you can use them to be, doing your bidding, personally or otherwise. That they've accused her. It is not today or yesterday. It is constantly, every day she does this, and it is wrong. Nepotism. Nepotism, hire your cousin, hire your husband. In fact, create a department that is run by your husband. I mean, surely. Could you not find anybody else? If you felt that this department was absolutely necessary for the government, for the county, is it only your husband then that would have run this department? And then we have events, the entertainment, because your husband plays guitar, you now give him the entertainment docket and then pay him using county resources. Come on. If anything else wants to show for nepotism as well as misappropriation of county resources, it is that. In fact, if there was a book for wrongdoing and it needed an illustration, that is the picture that would be right there. Shall I continue?
Can I just comment on this matter of nepotism, even as
Please.
we move along swiftly?
Yes.
The very setting up of county governments has an inbuilt capacity and an opposition for nepotism. Because every county, essentially, belongs to the people, the natives of that particular place. Now,
it is ours.
Yes, it is theirs. Exactly theirs. Now, the governor, being a citizen of that said place, is very likely to employ people he knows and trusts.
She.
I'm speaking generically.
Okay, generically he.
Yes,
got it.
He, they. Okay? Them. Now, maybe this governor has taken it to a completely different level, but I like what she has done because she's showing us the extent to which unbridled power can actually take one. All right? And how it is one interprets the Constitution and the powers that are given, that are laid therein for the governor. But does it then not also raise the question we've raised on many occasions, this job of governor and the people who get it, okay?
Do they have the
when
capacity?
we see, please continue. Is it really her fault? Because, no, I'm asking the question genuinely.
Okay.
You know when something is beyond you, you'll do very strange things. In an attempt to show that you have a grasp on it and you're doing what it is you're supposed to do. Just look across this country and look at our counties. The things governors have done, okay? You marvel. Is it lack of knowledge? And that, of course, now segues into the question of capacity. Is it a specific training like National Youth, as Mheshimiwa Kure is suggesting, should be given to all governors? The moment you are elected as governor, you're taking for some 2 months NYS. Yes.
Yeah.
So when you come on, at least we know now that you can actually
handle the pressure.
Yes, yeah, we know.
Indeed. They still go on further, CT.
Please go on.
They talk about unethical acts. Now, as far as your mind may be able to wander, please let it wander, because this is what they've said actually she was operating in. Vilification and demeaning of other leaders. Other leaders obviously here, meaning the members of the county assembly, because she made them feel like house girls and house boys, and it's not fair. We are
that's not befitting their stage.
Surely we've been elected by the people. Are you joking? Also, they've told her that she's made illegal appointments, and she has also been accused of the usurpation of statutory powers. She's used her position as the governor to, just issue edicts anyhowly, and they are not accepting of this. Other accusations are contempt of court. Court asked her to show up or make some kind of statement. She didn't make. Wasting my time. Illegal naming of a public road after her husband said, "Darling, this you've done well for the county. We can name this road after you." They said, "What? Sorry." They had to go through many processes, and we did not see those things happen. Be it public participation, be it going through the county process to make sure that this is actually acceptable. It didn't happen. So now those are the kind of things that we are talking about. Next thing we know is you will name Meru Stadium Mwangaza Stadium just because you're the governor. No. And then contempt. Contempt of the assembly. Always regarding us as lower, and we don't like it. All of these things have been happening. And they said, you know what? It's about time. The question then that comes about is, will the Senate, who then holds the power to then convict after trial, will they find her guilty of these things that she's accused of? Remembering the unique position that senators hold. It's aspirational in nature. And are they going to want to be on the chopping block should that ever happen to them? It'll go down in history. It will be remembered. Will they also find that truly these things that they accuse this lady of doing, has she really done them? To the point whereby she doesn't serve to be, or doesn't deserve to be, the governor anymore. Do the people of Meru who elected her to do this job also feel that she has failed them in this manner? Because that, at the end of the day, it's a very important factor to recognize or to acknowledge, because they did vote her in. The people of Meru seem to sing her praises from the day we see, even just last week when she was,
Maybe what she should do, actually, what she should have done is try to do what Kivutha Kibwana tried to do.
Say fine, folks.
Let's all go
Dissolve the county government.
Let's do fresh
Simple.
elections.
Yeah.
Let the people speak.
Yep. And then throw that whole matter now not at your Senate. William Ruto, you're the president. You will make that the decision.
Let the people
because
decide.
that whole journey of, a county governor, when there's all this thing that is actually hampering service delivery, can say,
when do you work?
we have reached political deadlock.
Yeah.
And what we ought to be doing is let's go back to the people. All of us. I as the governor and all elected MCAs, let's have by-elections en masse in this county. And let those that convince the people come back with a fresh mandate. The president, upon receiving that, because the governor has to write to the president, then the president appoints a team to actually review what has been listed by the governor and to listen to the people and make a recommendation. The president can then go by that recommendation or make his own. So that whole matter, by the way, Kawira Impeached should have taken to Ruto straight. I want us to go back to the people.
Maybe she took it to Ruto.
Let us vote directly.
But didn't she follow your advice? That's on president.
Maybe. It's his idea. Maybe the president has said what. But maybe the people of Meru should be given that direct mandate to say, are we with Kawira Mwangaza or not?
And once they speak,
when she's distributing cows, she's distributing cows in the villages when she's distributing gumboots and all those things.
And blankets.
Are the voters of Meru happy with this? Or are they not?
Have you seen any of them rejecting
when
these
she
gifts?
says, my deputy Mutoy, I am the one, I am the governor, I've been given the power, you do not have power, I will assign you duties all to assist me. If she says, assist me by occupying that office,
please go and assist that office. Go there and
maybe the people of Meru should actually.
I think they should weigh. I personally think they ought to weigh in on this thing.
Too much.
Because look, when this woman is in the public arena, the support that she seems to get from the people, I don't think that can be manufactured in how we've seen it. The other day when she did or did not arrest herself, The people who came to start shouting in her favor, was it manufactured? I mean, could it have been in such a short period of time? I think it is absolutely necessary here that, remember, we did have a conversation, and we also heard that the Council of Governors head, what are they called? Chair, and Waigoro said, you know what, this thing of impeachments, any small thing that happens, we rush to impeach.
There should be time.
There should be time.
No, that law should not be amended.
She said that...
I agree with you, Eric. Amended why?
She said that, first of all,
allow us to work.
Give us 1 year to work before you start thinking about impeachment. Then after that, by the time we finish working for 2 years, if you want to, we are going towards the next election. Give us another time. You can't be throwing
like the one for members of parliament, basically. That's
of impeachment at us any minute.
Yes.
And so, as you are discussing that, how about you bring in the element of the people? So you're ring-fencing your job, essentially. But that's all they're doing.
That's what the governors are suggesting.
Yes. That's what they're saying.
Yes.
Because any minute, because you know what you do? When will you work? Okay, think about it like this. Here's a governor who, you're supposed to be doing this today. You can't open your mouth, you can't talk. Because you say something, MCA, firing you.
But
you're here, MCA.
Let me ask
what I would agree with if there was, a conversation about this is maybe amend and raise the threshold in the county assembly. If you said let there be a supermajority, just like in for the president, a supermajority is what impeaches a president. Let a supermajority impeach a governor. Maybe, but not just a simple majority. Maybe. But
okay, we have some 47 counties. In these 47 counties, are we hearing similar problems? Let's even half the counties, or a third of the counties, a quarter. Do we hear the same problems? No. So what are the other governors doing? Don't they have people? Are they not supposed to are they not supposed to deliver services? What are they doing differently? Don't these counties also have MCAs? Why is it just Meru? Why?
That is what I'm telling you.
Because she has refused to do things.
She has refused to bow to any kind of pressure.
What sort of pressure?
Did she not give rise to that before in December?
Yeah.
When she actually came out and said, there are certain things these people want me to do. They want me to give my okay to spending for certain projects in the county. And I am not going to be the one to do it. And so she said
be giving them projects left, right, and center.
I won't just be giving you project. Eric, take this project today. CT, take this project tomorrow. Because we know where you're making money. I will not be the one to agree to that.
What she's telling us then, therefore, that other governors are giving MCAs projects, and that's why they don't have
1 + 1 is 2 for you, absolutely.
So let's go to Kiambu here.
That's the same issue with Kiambu.
Same thing in Kiambu.
It's the same issue with Kiambu. If you listen to the leaders of Kiambu, they're complaining that the governor is not working with all the elected leaders of Kiambu. He is working independently. He is not this and the other. Well, there's some issues like he has not constituted a cabinet up to date.
But that's just, let's put that aside.
Small detail.
Small detail.
little
small matters like, CEOs and CECMs work on monthly contract.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a small matter.
So they're working. So it's monthly. Where's the problem?
Probation.
So you're being paid.
Yes. The point is this. If this was a widespread issue, then you'd say, something, Governor Anwar Guru has a point. But every time elected leaders get into positions of leadership, it's like they do not want their positions to be questioned. They do not want their actions to be questioned. And every time a little heat is brought on things that people feel that they ought to do and they're not doing, then you want to legislate something that gives you a free pass.
Sure, but if you want to look at this Mero issue, it's not a little bit of heat, CT. These fellas swore after the Senate failed to, declined to convict in the last case. What did they say? No sooner than had they come out with that verdict, they said,
okay,
Tunarudi, we'll be back. They had it from the beginning. Whatever it was that needs to be soothed, they had it for her from the very beginning. So you could take it to its logical conclusion and say in these other counties where we're not hearing this hullabaloo, it's very possible that the governor is working with the county assembly.
But is he not?
You decide what working.
Is she not supposed to work with these people?
You decide what working actually means.
No, I've already decided. That's why I'm asking. Is she not supposed to? Because the thing is this, in the absence of the county, you really can't move. It's the parliament. You can talk about your CIDP, whatever you want to do. These fellows are at the heart of it.
Yep.
The subject and the matter of working or not working with them, it's a moot subject. Of course you have to work with them.
I just want to know when they get anything done in Meru.
But can they also focus on what they're supposed to be doing, not what I'm supposed to be doing?
So you do your
Kila mtu akona kazi yake.
Yes, wanafanya kazi yao. And
kazi yao ni kuzumbua governor.
Oversight doesn't mean that you focus on what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's precisely what it means.
No.
And secondly, also, remember, if indeed you feel that what is due to you as an elected leader is not being provided, and that very thing is supposed to enable you to carry out your duties and or your functions, you have every right to complain. It can't be that 2 counties out of the 47 counties we have is where you have mad citizens and mad MCAs who can't see eye to eye with it. No. If the MCAs have a fault, their governors have an even bigger one. How are the others managing to get along? It's not we don't hear issues in these other counties. We do, but they get along. How do they get along?
I'm telling you, something scratched somewhere until today. They have not resolved it. And
this one is not going to get
resolution.
In Nairobi, the governor does not come from the majority.
He doesn't.
But he's working very well with the majority.
You don't
in
even
fact, the minority is the one that's fighting on their own leadership issues.
Quick. How does that work?
Anajua kuangalia.
Anajua kuishi na watu.
Anajua kuishi na watu.
Yes.
People of Meru said, Senate mmekataa. Bado tuko na panga.
Tunarudi.
Bado panga tuko nayo. Tutamukata. Kawira, tutamukata. There she is. They have chopped again. Now we want to open the phone lines after this break. 0719-012-600. All right, so let's hear what you think about this whole drama in Meru County. You're asking, should the Meru County government be dissolved? Let everybody go back to the electorate and let them seek fresh mandate. Let's have a mini referendum in Meru on their leadership. Those that think that Kawira Mwangaza deserves to be left to stay, they will vote her back in. If she gets a majority, stays as governor. MCAs, each of them, wakelewe kwa weighing scale. Those that measure up, they'll come back. Those that don't, home.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day. 0719-012-600. For the next 20 minutes, let's engage. Should the county government of Meru be disbanded and let all those elected leaders, that's the governor, the deputy governor, and the members of the county assembly, go back to the ballot?
And seek new mandate.
And seek new mandates from the people. Because this drama, what we saw the first time last year and then what we saw again yesterday, and of course, if it goes to the Senate and it's not upheld, they have vowed they will do it again. Clearly, there is lack of harmony in this one. Should they seek fresh mandate? Joel in Kericho, hello.
Yes, Eric, habari ya asubuhi.
Bwana, ni siku mingi sana tuja kusikia.
Siku mingi sana bana, nimekuwa na shughuli mingi za hapa na pale. Mara tulikuwa tunajiandaa kwa hii Mashujaa Day. Lakini ilikamilika vizuri na tunashukuru.
Very good.
Tuko sasa kwa hii mambo ya nini magavana. Najua kuna swali nini sisi ameuliza, mbona governors wengine huko makaunti zingine hawana maneno ama hawana issue? Unajua ile kitu magavana wengine wanafanya nini? Wameweka ma MCS wengi kwa mfuko. Unaona? Kupatia contracts, wapoint watu wao, unaona? So ma MCS wametulia kabisa. Lakini sasa huyu mwingine amekataa kabisa kuingia kwa hii mambo ya MCS, amekataa. So ile kitu ningeambia tu president asikize wananchi, wale watu wanasema kwa crown, asikie kama anasema nini, kama MCS asikie crown unasema nini.
Asikize ground.
Yes.
Kwa sauti huko crown inasema nini.
So Joel,
yes,
should the government of Meru be disbanded? Should all of them go
kabisa
and fish
waende wote nyumbani, watafute mandate nyingine, wenye wanarudi wawe sawa, wenye watabaki nyumbani wasirudie mambo kama hizo zingine.
Hebu tuambie what's happening in Kericho, sababu tumeona your deputy and your governor and the deputy have been at loggerheads. Sasa wanaanza ku make peace.
Unajua hata mimi nimechanganya.
Shida ni nini?
Ndio waje nitafuta alafu nitaupigia mandate.
Okay.
Asante sana.
Thank you, Joel. Anthony in Mombasa.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
It has been a long time before we speak,
Yes. Uko salama?
Yeah, uko salama.
I hope you're still politically involved.
Just what happened in Taita Taveta County. I think all these MCAs have found it very rough on the ground. They don't know their mandate. They should leave Mama to work and see if at all she's delivering on her promises. Yes.
Okay.
When election comes, I'm appealing to the Meru community to remove everyone. In fact, to leave Kawira Mwangaza on the job and all these MPs to go home, because this is just a far-fetched politics from big boss.
Okay.
They did not know that Kawira Mwangaza can be a governor and can beat big bosses like the owner of the bar. Yeah.
Asante,
So
Anthony.
we are, to me, they should be removed. All these MPs to go home.
Asante. Let's hear from Edwin Washera in Theka. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you all? Ndu, how are you?
I am fine, thank you.
CT.
How are you, sir?
I'm very fine, sir. And you, Eric?
Niko sawa kabisa.
Now, on this issue,
Kawira Mwangaza needs to internalize and acclimatize herself to political management solutions. She should ask herself, maybe she even has the book about what my friend has said about contracts to the MCAs and whatever, but she has refused to internalize and accept that that is the way things work in Kenya. Because we are looking at a bigger crisis going ahead. If the Senate does not uphold the decision and she goes back to Meru, they still continue fighting her.
Yeah.
If the Senate upholds and says she goes home, she comes from one of the smaller parties, so there will be some more crisis still, even if they get a new governor. Lastly, even if she goes to the president and the president sends everybody home, we still have a problem about the constitution of the current IBC. Will there be somebody who will ask to court and say that an election cannot be held in a county like Meru when they don't have the number of commissioners that they need to have? So we are in a total crisis.
Kabisa, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you, Edwin. Thank you very much. Kelvia in Trans Nzoia.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
What do you say? Should the government of Meru be disbanded?
Hiyo county inafaa ikuwe disbanded completely. Ifanyiwe overhaul. Because matamkana na ma-MCAs wamefanya hiyo county ya Meru imekuwa kama shamba la wanyama. Because this is the second round. Na siku zote wanasema mtoto akilia mara mbili hapo na sababu. So hiyo county mzima iko disbanded. Kawira na ma-MCAs wote waende nyumbani. Then kila mtu ask what we call a fresh mandate. Hiyo peke yake. Because you can tell us, like what we just had, somebody, you name a road after your husband. For what? So let them go.
Wote. Sawa. Thank you very much, Calvin.
They seek a fresh mandate.
Aye. Victor in Nakuru, how?
I'm fine. Now is Eric and everybody inside there?
Everybody inside here, we are all good.
Thank you. I can hear trying to play ball on the side of Kawira. She's very okay. But I think Kawira should know that this politics, this is not church.
Wow.
So,
okay, in as much as she wants to play things clean, on my side, I think she's trying to play things clean. But in politics, the people they're just thugs. They just want to make their way. They're in politics. They need the power to seek whatever they wanted to make their interest. So if the governor is trying to play clean, I think she might not succeed anyway. But in going the Kivula Kibwana way, Kivula Kibwana sought power to offer leadership and services.
Yep.
And maybe should you never bother to lose that seat if they went for a referendum. If he never, yes, you got me right. I think Kawira Mwangaza, she needs that power. She by going, overhauling the county government of Meru.
She may lose out. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Victor. Kaka Josh from Mombasa.
Good morning, Latif.
Good morning.
Yes, first thing first, before we can say we overhaul the county government of Meru, this thing comes with cost, Latif, yeah? There's a taxpayer money involved in this. And so before we can even say that let we overhaul the county government of Meru and we go for fresh elections, then, that comes with cost. And so, perhaps if you want to get the deep, the root cause of all this, maybe it's time you get to listen to what is the people of Meru saying, or what is the voice of Meru people. Because we can no longer trust these MCAs. We can no longer trust even the members of parliament that we have. In fact, we normally believe that the legislators that we have normally speak the voice of the people, but as things are currently, even the members of parliament alone doesn't speak the voice of the people. And so we cannot pretend that even the MCAs are speaking the voice of the people. If there is a road that is named after an husband in Meru, the people of Meru must know that there is a certain road that is currently named after the husband of Kawira Mwangaza. And so all these things, you got to listen to the people. If you look at how this governor, Her Excellency the governor, came into this position, I'm not siding with her, but you understand that the big wigs in Meru that were laid down for this woman to be the governor. And so you got every reason to even think that these MCAs, there's no legitimacy to all these things that they are saying or the noise they are making. They may be right, they may not be right. And so to understand the root cause in all this, you got to listen to what does the people of Meru say. So we no longer trust these MCAs, we no longer trust these members of parliament. Latif.
Josh, how do we get to understand what the people of Meru say, if not through the ballot?
Latif, if there's a road named after an husband in Meru, will the people fail to know that?
They know.
They'll know.
But do we know what they say?
And why are we just and is that another thing to do? Yes. Apart from that, yeah.
What do we know?
Why are we only getting from MCS? We have many people. We have administrators and then everybody around Meru. Why are we only listening? The voice or the noise is only coming from this MCS. Maybe it's time we got to say that for you to be a governor,
Josh,
it's
possible that you're only hearing from this MCS because that's the institution from where you'd hear that. Collectively, they've got the authority, the legal power to voice it. Citizens...
How true is their voice?
Citizens...
How legit is their voice? How sincere is their voice?
Citizens moved the county assembly to this. There was a petition that was sent by a group of citizens of Meru County to the county assembly. And on the strength of that petition, on the strength of that petition by a group of citizens, the county assembly then began investigating and then brought these proceedings.
Will you have every reason to believe that the group was sponsored by the big whips?
It is
and
possible.
They weren't sincere?
It is possible.
Anything is possible. That's thank you, Ndu. That's what I'm saying. We cannot trust anybody here. Yeah. The only thing here, the fresh mandate. The only problem I have with fresh mandate comes with the cost. Yeah. There's a taxpayer money that will be involved. Right now, there's a student in Meru, or there's a Meru, a citizen, or rather a boy or a girl from Meru that cannot school. So saying, because of it, now we spend another taxpayer's money in doing a fresh mandate over some game that is going around. Really, that will not be sincere.
What is your solution?
All I'm saying, you go to dissect this one outside the county assembly of Meru, and you go to dissect this one without listening to Kawira Mwangaza, without listening to the county assembly. We can spend as little to just listen to
practically.
Yes?
What would you suggest we actually do?
How do we do this? How do we do all these things of dissecting outside the assembly? What do we do? Do we commission an opinion poll?
A working party?
What do we do?
Working party that will be an innocent and exclusive body. Yes, opinion poll, listening to the people directly. All I'm saying, How you will do it, I don't know, but get to listen to the people and get to listen to as many from Meru. I just don't want you to listen to these MCS. I don't want you to listen to Kawira Mwangaza.
And you do not want an election.
And you don't want an election.
I do that election after you confirmed all these things. These things are not sincere, relative.
Okay.
They may be sincere or not sincere. They may not be sincere because you understand how this woman came to power. Yeah, and the big wigs that were laid down, and so it's currently said that perhaps this woman is being battled from outside. Yeah, but again, these things may be true because again, we understand the women and power. At times it goes into her head and they mess up.
All right,
Josh,
that statement,
stop
bro.
the train.
Okay, I withdraw that statement for the sake of Ndu. But all I'm saying, investigate.
Apologize. That's a sexist. That's a sexist statement, and you should actually not utter it.
I understand, City. All I'm saying is power. People. Power get into the head of people differently. Yes. So at times, these things that are being said, if they are true about this woman, matters naming husband, sending a relative to go and withdraw money. If those things are true, then you'll say this is sincerely wrong, and perhaps power has just gotten into the deeper bottom of this woman's brain. If all these things are true, so all I'm saying is, if in case it is true,
Goro Thiambo in Nairobi. Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. How are you doing?
Very well.
Fine.
You're doing well?
Yes.
Very well, thank you.
Thank you so very much indeed. I think Governor Kawira, it's called Kawira, that Kawira thing.
Yes.
Now, Kawira should actually be impeached.
She has been impeached.
Yeah, it should be.
You think she should be convicted?
It should be upheld.
Upheld, yeah.
She should be removed from the office. Whether conviction is the word or upheld or whatever, I may not know. But she should be removed from that position of government because the current governing policy in Kenya is that people are taken into offices to eat, and they are there to eat collectively. You are seeing it everywhere, even at national government. Those that are corrupt are the ones that are being pardoned. Those that have cases in pending in court are the ones getting appointments. So if Governor Kawira wants to eat alone, then I don't think she has a business to be a governor there. She must be prepared to eat
collectively,
with others.
then she can be the governor.
Oh yes, because that's the driving policy, is the current governing policy. I'm not supportive of corrupt administration, but apparently that is the way the governance of this country is taking place. So where you don't hear noise, it means people are eating together. And where there is noise, it means the governor is eating alone. It's just a simple size. So you must accept when you are at Spice FM, why you are doing things together is because you are able to understand yourself within yourself. And if you want to do them your own way, then it's either you alone and the others must gang against you. So in my judgment, I don't support corrupt governance. But if that is the order of the day, really, you must cope up with it. Yes, that's what those people are doing. They are not saying Governor Kawira is governing badly. No, they are simply saying you are eating alone, and all of us were brought here to eat.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Geoffrey, Nairobi.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
We're very fine.
You.
Yes, first is to appreciate that Nakora has finally come through. I've been desiring to contribute.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much. My contribution is Kawira Mwangaza might have a genuine desire to help the people of Meru, but I think she lacks a good management skill. So I think she needs to really work on her management skills so that she's able to work with MCAs. Because I tend to think that the MCAs might not even be desiring her to go home. They just want to have a conversation. I understand the first one did not go through, but they just want to keep her busy so that eventually she gives in and they start working together. So I think that's the main problem, because impeaching her, I don't think it will be a solution, because she will be impeached, the deputy governor takes off the office, what if he decides now to employ his close mates who will not go along with MCAs? Does it mean that they will also impeach the deputy governor? So I think they need to really work on it.
Okay.
See how they can work together.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Karibu sana.
Asante for your call. So there are many who are saying, you know what, they need to find a way of working together. They have tried.
So they say.
There has been intervention from the very top.
Yes.
The intervention was told, carry your intervention and go back to where you came from. Out. They've tried to talk to each other. That has not happened, or so we've been told. So how about you just collapse the house of cards and let's start putting together the thing
challenge
again.
that has been raised here is, as we stand today, there is no body that can conduct an election in any part of this country, because we don't have IBC. Because those guys are like elementator. Now they're coming back to Bomas, then they'll go to where to talk about things. Then, you know, by the time we constitute the IBC, we're talking about next year. So if we, although at the same time, if Kawira Mwangaza wrote to the president today seeking the dissolution of her county government, there are certain, you know, timelines within which these things must happen. So it's within a couple of months that the president will be able to come and actually give a decision on, yes, I agree, or no, I disagree. If it goes to yes, I agree, by that time we should have an IEBC. And people can start campaigning. Everybody can just know, okay, Sasa, by the way.
By the way.
As it stands, we are all going back. We are going to give our opinion on what we think about Kawira Mwangaza naming a road after our hero, Murega Baisho. If Murega Baisho is a hero of the Meru people,
what's the problem?
What's the problem? What is it?
It happens to be our spot.
Yeah, I mean, surely.
You know, remember when we've been having these discussions, there is a view I've put across when all these matters occur. There would be no county government if we didn't have a 2010 constitution. We are getting to understand our constitution and all the regulations therein better and better and better.
This is our constitution in practice.
Exactly. Impeach, it's being exercised.
Yeah.
Go to Senate, it's being exercised.
Yes.
Senate Select Committee on this and the other goes to Kilifi.
Engagement of the county assembly.
All these things. Employing your CECMs on a monthly basis. All these things. We get to understand because they'll end up in court and we will have an interpretation of how this thing should go.
That's very true.
Yes.
That's very true. Well, it's a situation. It's a looking thing in Meru. We'll observe and see what happens. We'll be looking for the leadership of the county assembly to join us for this conversation soon, hopefully next week. Have a lovely day, people. Thank you for tuning in today. It's 10 o'clock.
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.